This video is made possible by our loyal Patreon supporters. Visit patreon.com/Psychetruth.
I have tons of awesome videos already ready for you. You can join me on Amazon Prime Video. Be sure to subscribe and click the bell. Follow us on social media for tips, tutorials, giveaways, and daily inspiration. Hey, welcome to day 10. In this class, we're going to detox. So that means lots of twists and a lot of heat. So get yourself ready. We're gonna start standing. So just bring your feet right underneath your hips, soft bend in your knees, and on a deep breath in, reach up. Good, and then take your hands to your heart. We're gonna go through that a few times just to start to warm up the body. And when we think about detox, this class is going to be great for your digestion. We're going to rev up the heat in your body, so you're burning calories, igniting your metabolism, and you're going to feel awesome at the end of class. Good, one more time. Inhale, reach up. Good, exhale, hands to heart. On the next breath in, reach up, and then twist to your right. Put a little softness in your knees so your hips can swing if they need to, but try to focus your twist from your belly through your heart. Good, one more breath in. Twist on your breath out. Great job, come through the center. And a little gentle twist to the other side. If the hips swing a little bit, that's all right, but focus on your twist from the abdomen through your chest. And when we think about detoxing the body, it's that ringing of the abdomen that really starts to help our digestive organs get like a little massage or a little kickstart. Good, inhale through the center. Let's take a side bend. Right hand to your left forearm, arc up and over, lift the rib cage. Consider that you're bending over a barrel. So if you feel crunchy in your low back, lift up and then over. Great, come through the center. Same thing, other side. So you're lifting up through the rib cage, arcing over a barrel, and just moving to your natural edge. Great. In-breath takes you up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Step up to the top of your mat. So from the top of your mat, we're going to take a couple sun A's to just continue to heat up the body as we prepare for deeper twists. So on a breath in, reach up. On your breath out, soft knees, forward fold, drop your head. Bend into your right knee a lot and start to straighten the left leg. Your hands might come out slightly in front of you. So it's important to start to stretch out the sideline of the hip if you want to get deep into twists, because these muscles down here in your hip can kind of interrupt your twist if you feel really tight. So just breathe into the side panel of the hip. One more inhale and exhale. Great job. Switch to the other side. Looking for the sideline, the IT band, all the way up into the outer hip to get a nice stretch. Good, one more breath in. Exhale, fold, then slide your hands up to your shin bones, halfway lift your heart, big breath in. Great, on your exhale, plank pose, step back, hinge forward, either chaturanga or you can continue to your belly. Up dog or a cobra pose is just fine. Move the chest forward, lift your skull to the ceiling. Good, downward facing dog, hips up high, chest moves back. Big breath in and a big breath out. Let's do that again. Look to your hands. On your exhale, step or maybe lightly hop to the top. Halfway lift your chest, full lungs. Forward fold, release your breath. Stand to your highest, reach up. Forward fold all the way down. Remember, if your low back is strained, keep softness in your knees. Halfway lift. Good, and then your plank to chaturanga. Up dog, loop the shoulder heads back. Downward facing dog, hips up high. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more sun A to continue our warm up. Look forward. On your exhale, step, or maybe it's a little hop. Halfway lift, fold and bow, Stand to your highest, reach up. Forward fold all the way down. Halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Chaturanga on exhale. Upward facing dog, strong legs, keep your kneecaps off the ground. Downward facing dog, hips up high, chest back. Take 3 breaths here. If you need to release any heat from the body, open mouth exhales. Otherwise, maintain the heat that you have with Ujjayi breath in and out through the nose. And that can also aid in the detoxification, as well as the heat building, maybe building a little sweat even in this flow. Good. On your next breath in, lift your right leg up. Keep your hips level. Then roll open your hips and bend your knee. Press down through both of your hands evenly. If you feel a lot of pressure into your shoulders, make sure that you use all of your knuckles, all of your finger pads so your entire hand is working. Good. Level out the hips, lengthen your leg. On your exhale breath, step through to a low lunge and bring your foot right up by your thumbs. So if you need to pick up your foot and put it there, that's totally fine. Draw the belly in and lift your heart forward. Continue to energize through the back leg. That'll help you stay buoyant in the hips and long in your spine. Good. Place your left hand down either on the ground or on a block and reach your right arm up. So this should have the same quality as the open arm twists that we started class with. We're not getting into something super duper tight. So if you need more space, allow your top hand to either come to your hip so that your shoulder is not crunching in on your neck, or you can take your hand to your sacrum. Either one's fine. If your back or neck are feeling a-okay here, reach your fingertips all the way to the ceiling, open the chest, maybe you deepen the twist. One more breath in. Exhale, touch down, and drop your back knee down. Come up to a kneeling crescent. So a kneeling crescent, press down through the front heel, energize down through the back shin, and lift the belly in and up. From there, reach the arms up. Take a full breath in, gaze to the ceiling. On your breath out, cactus your arms, open the chest. Good. Another time like that, inhale, reach it up. Exhale, open arm. Last time, inhale, reach up. Open it up. Good. This time as you reach up, your exhale will bring your hands down, shift your hips back over the back knee, and lengthen the front leg. So little half splits here. Again, we're looking for a stretch through the side panel of the thigh because that's going to enable us to twist without interrupting our low back. So feel a little more comfortable in our twists later. If you want to deepen this stretch and the sensation for your outer hip, turn your toes out on an angle and drag your right hip crease back. Really nice. This is one of my favorite stretches when I'm feeling tight in my low back and in my hips. Good. Turn your toes to the ceiling. Come forward into a high lunge, tuck your back toes and reach up. Hug your inner thighs and press down through your front heel. Lengthen up through your spine and let your fingers shine to the ceiling. Take one more breath in here. On your exhale, bring your hands to your heart. So we'll take another open arm twist. We're getting pretty good at those. Turn over your right shoulder, then send your left arm forward and your right arm back. Continue to think about mountain pose through your spine, so you're tall and you're lifted. And let your twist ring from the belly through the heart. So we don't twist forever and ever. Everybody has a natural stop. When you find your body's natural edge, honor it, breathe around it. Good. Great job. Come through the center, reach up, inhale. This time, hands to heart, and we'll deepen the twist with a prayer twist variation of our crescent lunge, all right? So you're gonna take your left elbow to your right thigh. Strong through the back leg, and you can see here my spine stays long. So if you notice that you're starting to collapse, don't twist quite as far, and maybe your elbow just comes to your knee. If you have the space today, let your elbow come all the way to the outside of the thigh so that you can turn Lung under lung, rib cage under rib cage, and perhaps even your gaze will come up. Really nice. One more inhale and exhale. Beautiful. On your breath in, unwind to your high crescent, reach up. Then take your hands behind your back and spiral your back heel down. So you'll be more in a warrior one stance. Loop your shoulder heads back and lift your chest, and then bow into humble warrior. Bring your rib cage to the inside seam of your right thigh. Squeeze your shoulder blades together behind your back, and if this feels difficult, then put a little strap between your hands, or even a belt or the tie for a robe or a washcloth, whatever you've got. Unzip the back of your neck and let your head hang down to the floor. Steer your right sit bone toward your left heel and then drop your chest a little farther. Really nice. Now trust your feet. They're going to hold you. Push into the floor with your feet. Unravel your arms. On your inhale, reach up. It's a big breath in. And on your exhale, take your flow. Plant your hands, step back to high plank, and lower either chaturanga or all the way to your belly. Cobra or an up dog. If you're an up dog, kneecaps off the floor. And then downward facing dog. Pedal out your legs. I know I'm feeling warm. I hope you are too. Warmth in the body is so great for revving metabolism, burning calories, helping us with mental clarity and focus. If you're feeling a little fuzzy, just a few rounds of some sun salutes or some standing lunges, and all of a sudden you're right back into your brain. That's good news. Great, so let's do all of that on the other side. Lift your left leg up. Start with your hips level and reach through the ball mound of your foot. Then roll your hips to stack and bend your knee. Notice if you're dropping and slumping your shoulder, be sure to press through both of your hands so that your armpits are level and lift your knee high. Great job. Now level out the hips, lengthen the leg, and on your exhale breath, come through to that low lunge. So your foot's going to be just about where your thumb was. From here, draw the belly in, lengthen the chest forward, and we'll take that twist. So the right hand down, left arm up. So again, if this gets a little tight or your shoulder starts to pinch up by your ear, your hand can come to your hip or your sacrum. Continue to lengthen your spine and then turn the belly toward the inner thigh. If your neck's feeling all right, arm up and gaze up. Another great benefit of twisting is that you are keeping your spine in healthy rotation. So if you tend to sit a lot or you're pretty stationary, this is a great way to ensure that you're getting your spine in all of its range of motion. One more breath in. Good. Touch down and drop your back knee. Come up to the kneeling crescent. Front heel down, back shin down, lift up through the belly and reach up. So when we are moving our spine through its different ranges of motion, it's important to listen to edge. In any exercise or yoga class, edge is really important because it makes your practice personal. So when you're tuning in to how your body's feeling and what your personal edge is, then you know you are doing the best thing possible for your body on that day. Take one more breath in. Good. On your exhale, cactus arms, ha, open mouth. Good. Inhale, reach it up. And again, that open mouth, H-A, ha. One more time. Inhale, reach it up. Biggest exhale yet. Ha. Great. Inhale, reach up. Hands come down on exhale. We'll come into half splits. Hips come over your back knee. Lengthen the front leg forward. Pull your toes back towards your nose and move your chest towards the top of your foot. From there, if you want to increase the stretch, again, for the side panel of the thigh and hip, turn your toes out on an angle, but keep the foot active. So if you got loosey-goosey foot and ankle, it's not gonna feel very good in the hip. So you wanna keep the toes really active and hug your sit bone back. If you have any more room to pull the hip back, go for it on the last exhale. Nice work. Turn the toes forward, come forward. Tuck your back toes under and then rise up to your high lunge. Press down through the front heel. You might get a little wobbly like I just did. To help you with balance, engage the inner thighs and then lift the pelvic floor. And then once you feel balanced, add the arms. So it doesn't matter how long you've been doing yoga. There's still certain poses that can feel super duper challenging, and this is one of them because you're using big muscles in the body. Your legs are doing one thing, your arms are doing something else. So if these lunging poses start to rev you up, that's why. It's a good thing. Take one more breath in, and we'll come into that twist. Hands to heart. On the exhale breath, turn, and then reach the arms out. So you might notice in yoga classes, we always twist on an exhale. And that's because we utilize our abdominal muscles to help push air out, and we're using our abdominal muscles to twist. So it's kind of hard to twist on an inhale. So every exhale, you might notice you have a little more space, and that's great. And since our vinyasa practice is all about breath with movement, we can even find little mini flow just here in this twist. Notice how your inhale will lengthen you and how your exhale deepens the twist. Good. Inhale through the center, reach up. On your exhale, hands to heart, and we'll take that tighter twist with the prayer variation. So with your hands at heart center, hook your elbow to your thigh. For less intensity, elbow comes to the knee. For more intensity, elbow comes to the outer thigh. Maintain strength in the back leg, so wrap the muscle to the bone, lengthen your spine, twist again with that exhale breath. So you're wringing out the abdominal organs, you're strengthening your obliques, and you're also asking your spine to move in its full range of motion so it keeps it healthy and active. Good. And you're also building heat because I know my muscles are screaming. Wonderful. Unwind, reach up. Take your hands behind your back and spiral your back heel down. Loop the shoulder heads back and energize down through your knuckles. Then bow forward into humble warrior. Rib cage will come to the inside seam of the thigh. Drop your head. Steer your front sit bone back. Move the chest farther forward and release the crown of the head once again. Again, if you don't have enough space for your fingertips to clasp, grab a washcloth, grab a towel. Anything you have in your house is just fine to give you a couple extra inches of space. Notice if you can bend your front knee a little bit more. 2 more breaths. Great job. Press into your feet. Lift your torso. Reach your hands to the ceiling. And on your exhale breath, take your flow. Step back to plank. Lower to chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in through your nose. Let's clear some heat. Open mouth exhale. Again, breathe in through your nose. Open mouth exhale. Last time. Great. Look to your hands. Step to the top of your mat. Place your hands on your shins. Halfway lift. Move your chest forward. Forward fold, bow, relax the back of your neck. Toe heel your feet together to touch. Lift to a chair pose. So squat your hips low, reach your arms up. Move your sit bones way back, but maintain space in your spine. Whenever we twist, we never want to twist on a compressed spine. We want to twist on a really long, spacious spine. One more breath in. Good. On your breath out, take your hands to your heart and then twist your right elbow to your left thigh. Move your heart forward like you're trying to reach your sternum up to your thumbs. Then tuck the bottom ribs under, gaze up. It's really common that we'll start to shift all of our weight into one foot. Press through both feet evenly. Good. Let's keep the heat in the legs. Unwind to chair pose. Bend in the knee stays. Reach your fingers up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Twist to the other side. I know your legs are screaming. It's okay. Breathe through it. The moments where you want to come out of the pose, that's when the pose is making change happen in the body. Stay with it. One more breath in. One more big twist out. Chair pose, reach up. And release, forward fold. You've earned that. Step your feet about hips width distance. Bend your knees and let your belly hang out in between your thighs. Nod your head yes and no, and relax your jaw. That feels good. One more. Great. Take your hands to your shin bones, halfway lift, big breath. Then just step your left foot way back to a lunge. Spiral the heel down, rise up to warrior one. So we've been here before. Reach the arms up. Great. And then take the hands behind the back. Either interlace your fingers. You can also grab for opposite elbows. There is reverse prayer where the hands come to prayer behind your back. But for most of us, elbows or clasping our palms is plenty. Lengthen and strengthen the front leg and then turn the hips forward. So if you notice when you do that, you feel off kilter, heel toe your front foot wider. From there, bow down about halfway. Hug muscle to bone, and then the rest of the way. So if you're binding your elbows or you're binding your palms, you'll notice that your chest is getting a nice big expansion. If you feel crunchy in the neck, drop the head a little bit more. One more breath in, and then release the fingertips down. So as we move into sort of the challenge pose of this class, which will be Revolved Triangle, remember not to lock out the knee. So the muscles hug to the bone. If you feel a lot of sensation behind your knee, bend your knee. It's totally fine. From this pyramid with your hands on the floor or a block, so if you're using a yoga block, that's a-okay. Keep your left fingertips or palm on the ground or block and take your right hand to your sacrum. From there, move the skin of your chest forward and hug your outer right hip back. So we talked a little bit earlier about how the outer hips also influence our ability to twist. So you're probably noticing a whole bunch of sensation here. That's normal. Respect your personal edge. That's really important, yogis. From there, turn the rib cage, gaze up, option to add the arm. If you notice that this feels uncomfortable in the back of your knee or you need more space, you can always unwind the twist and take your hand off the mat so that your twist is a little bit more open. One more breath in, and on your exhale, touch down, step back, downward facing dog. Pedal out your legs so you can just flush the hip a little bit. Sometimes when we're in detox or in these deep poses as well, it creates compression in the body. So it's just a temporary slowing of blood supply. And when you release the pose, you get higher pressured blood back into the joint, which can be really great for nourishing the tissue of the joint, but it's sometimes a little bit of an uncomfortable sensation. On your next breath in, look to your hands. Step to the top of your mat as you exhale and bow your head. Let's take the last side, best side, right? We can't ignore it. Hands to your shins, lift your chest. Good, and then just lunge your right foot back. Spiral your heel down, heel to heel alignment, so you can come on up to your warrior one, reach up. Then take your hands behind your back, put the weird thumb on top. So if you usually bind in one direction, bind in the different direction. Loop the shoulder heads back, straighten the front leg. If you clasp for opposite elbows, that's okay too. Hug the hips past one another so the inner thighs are engaged and the muscles hug to the bone. Then bow halfway forward, check in. If you need more space or you need to soften your knee, that's fine. And then all the way forward. A lot of times in pyramid pose, we feel like we're on a tightrope. So if you're having that sensation, know that you can always widen your stance. Drop your head and then release your fingers. From there, hug the sit bone, the left sit bone towards the right heel behind you. Move the chest forward like a halfway lift. So your right fingertips can be on a block or it can be on the yoga mat. Take your left hand to your sacrum. If you notice right here the sacrum's not very level or one hip is swinging out to the side, it's an indication that your body needs more space between the feet. So go ahead and widen the front foot. From there, move the skin of the chest forward. So that's the spacious spine so that you have plenty of room between each and every vertebrae. And then twist. Turn lung on top of lung, reach the top arm up. If reaching the top arm up causes discomfort in the neck, take your hand back to your hip or your low back. Move the chest forward on every inhale. Twist a little deeper or hold the twist on every exhale. Strong through the belly, lengthen through the spine. One more breath in. Twist on your breath out. Then touch your hand down and step back to down dog. So again, that compression that you may have felt in the hip or in the belly can be alleviated by gentle movement here in downward facing dog, pedaling the foot side to side. Great work. On your next breath in, look to your hands and then come down to a seat. So as you come down to a seat, it probably feels pretty good to be back on the ground after all that time standing. Enjoy it. And start in a docked boat. A docked boat just means your heels are down, belly's still engaged, chest is lifted. So we'll meet in boat pose. Start with a docked boat. Heels down, hands behind your thighs, lift the chest up. Take the shoulders away from the ears, and if it feels comfortable, lift your feet. Flare through your toes, and drag the chest and the thighs together. We'll hold this boat just to turn on the core just a little bit more before we row our boat. One more breath in. On the exhale, dock your heels and take your hands to your heart. Lengthen your spine and then twist over your right shoulder. Move through the center, twist over your left shoulder. A few more times. Center, exhale, twist. Center, exhale, twist. Notice that you're moving from the spine, you're not rocking the hips a lot. Good. Twisting with your exhale, so you're igniting the natural engagement of the core muscles with the exhale, along with the movement of the twist. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Inhale, reach forward. On an exhale, lower all the way down to your back, nice and slow, and then release the arms and stamp your feet. Great, so I have one more twisting exercise for you to really wring you out and to rev up some heat in the body. We'll do yoga bicycles. Tabletop your shins, take your fingertips by your ears. On your inhale, lengthen your spine, let the back of your head press down. On your exhale, lift your shoulder blades off the yoga mat and bring opposite elbow to knee. Inhale through the center, twist to the other side. So a couple ways to increase challenge. Keep your shoulder blades lifted the entire time, or with great integrity for form, increase your speed. So if you notice you increase your speed and your hips start going wonky all over the place, slow it down. Or you can even eliminate the legs altogether. We'll be here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Last 2, last 1. Good job. Bring your knees to your chest. Rock a little bit side to side. Should feel really nice in your low back. And then plant your feet down and open your knees wide for butterfly or Supta Baddha Konasana. This is an awesome way to just release the hip flexors and the inner thighs after all of those twists. So if you want to, you can slide your feet a little bit farther away from you, and that'll just increase the intensity for the hip flexors. If you draw your heels a little closer to your groin, it'll increase the intensity in the inner thighs. So you just need to go with what feels like the appropriate stretch in your body. Really nice work. Use your hands to close the knees. We'll just take one short bridge pose to reset the spine after all the rotation. Plant your feet, lift your hips up. One deep breath in. Good, and on your exhale, release your hips back down. Walk your body out long on your yoga mat and relax. You can turn your palms face up. Let your toes flop out and start to disengage your muscles. If you're still holding on to Ujjayi breath, you can relax that away and come back to natural breath. You did a great work, yogi. So you might notice all the circulation under your skin. You may even notice some gurgling down in the belly from all of the wringing out we did of the organs. That's normal. Yoga is absolutely fantastic for not just our muscles and our bones, but it is also fantastic for our body systems, our nervous system, our digestive system, our cardiovascular system. So you're getting all of these tremendous benefits. Take one more breath in and out. And then roll over to your side. You can use your head. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Good, knees come in. Roll to your side. Use your arm as a pillow. Great. Gently press yourself up to a seat. We'll meet with our hands at our heart. So in tomorrow's class, we're going to focus all on the upper body, the chest, the upper back, and the arms. Why? Because when we use our legs and our arms together, we increase caloric burn. Also, as you probably have noticed, a lot of your yoga poses require some upper body strength. And who doesn't like to have great looking arms, especially during the summer if you're wearing some tank tops or you're going to the beach? So I hope you'll meet me in the next video. And until then, namaste. Hey there. Today's bonus tip is all about a buzzword called detox. You might hear in the exercise world, or if you go to the pharmacy, that certain products or certain exercises will help you detoxify your body. But let's back up. What does that even mean to detoxify? Well, your body already has organs that are responsible for this. You have your kidneys, you have your liver. Our body is taking toxins out of us all the time. But we need to think about what toxins are we putting in. That's our first line of defense. We've talked a lot in these videos about making sure we're reading labels and checking in with our habits. This means everything from the food we eat to the air we breathe to even the makeup we put on our skin. If we can reduce the toxins that are coming in, our organs are going to have a lot easier time detoxifying our body. So don't believe the hype. When it comes to detox, it's not actually that complicated. So what are some simple ways that you can support the body's natural detoxification system? Water and sleep. You can always add something like lemon juice to your water if you want to also boost your ability to have balanced electrolytes in your body. So when it comes to supporting our organs' natural capability for detoxing our body, it's not that complicated. Drink more water, get plenty of sleep. This will help support the nervous system response of rest and digest so that our body is taking care of the processes that help heal and nourish us. And with hydration, it means that our blood has the appropriate amount of water in it so that we can move those processes through with a little more ease. Things that you don't necessarily need to detox your body are pretty much anything you find at the pharmacy over the counter that says it's going to detox you really fast. In fact, you're just putting more junk in. Our body is constantly trying to detox and take out waste product that it doesn't need. And the best way that we can support this system is by monitoring what we put in, being really, really conscientious about our choices of food, the things we put on our skin, and then also simple things like getting more sleep and drinking enough water. Our body wants to detox. It doesn't want to have a buildup of toxins, but there's no way for you to short circuit or shortcut this idea that you can just load in all these toxins and magically you're going to feel better or feel detoxed without actually taking the steps to reduce your overall toxin load. So I'm going to encourage you to get really honest with what you're putting in your body. I might sound like a broken record, but it's really simple, y'all. Drink water, read your labels, and be really clear about the habits that you have in your life. I'm so excited to be with you on this journey and this challenge. And I know that we're diving into some topics that are pretty deep, but that's because this is for your health and we want you to feel great for the long haul. So stay committed. And I can't wait to see you in the next video.
Get back to basics with the Couch to Confidence series, a 14-day complete beginner program from Julia Marie Yoga. Now streaming on Amazon. Introducing Yoga Plus, offering a free series every month with over 300 different videos. Take control of your health. Work out anytime, anywhere. Yoga Plus. Download now for free.